Those who have actually taken the time to study the Jew should, like myself and so many others before me, come to the realization that the Jew is so vile in its ways that it can nary be called human and seems to be something altogether fictional. Of course, in the infinite and divinely inspired wisdom of the Jew, the so-called chosen people not only claim to be more human than human, but altogether superior to their non-Jewish neighbors. A rabbi offers the following quote, no doubt salivating with typical rabbinical spittle. The difference between Jews and Gentiles are not religious, historical, cultural, or political. They are rather racial, genetic, and scientifically unalterable. The one group is at its very root and by natural constitution totally evil, while the other is totally good. The rabbi finds endorsement by even the highest Jewish leaders. The quote is one of the lighter of its kind amongst the volumes of rabbinical statements that pronounce the inferiority of non-Jewish people. Despite this, somehow there's always some soft-hearted fool ready to defend the Jew, despite their holy books and religious leaders openly speaking of their revolting pomposity and eagerness to molest, rape, steal from, kill, or otherwise abuse Gentiles and our little ones. If Jews have been wrongly persecuted for so long, it seems the good Jew would rapidly stand up to ensure that it is not persecuted or otherwise subject to the same fate as the evil Jew. Certainly the good Jew would quicken its speech and denouncement of the evil Jew as Gentile law enforcement, if not Gentile armies, soon rapidly rise to quell the infestation. But where is this so-called good Jew who will work feverishly against the many bad apples of his race to secure a better idea of Jews in the minds of Gentiles before legions of our men drive them from our lands? We have had Benjamin Friedman and chess champion Bobby Fischer both denounce the Jew before Gentile audiences, but what ocean, if even a tub of Jews have come forward to propel their words? Friedman and Fischer rejected even being Jews, as they illustrated it as a seeping pustule of vanity, crime, and immorality. All the Jew has to show for is a sewer of anti-Zionist Jews who in small part succeed in convincing Jews that only Zionism is the problem and not the criminal and immoral behavior of the Jew. A Zionist is a kind of criminal who promotes the genocidal takeover of Palestine. And it is right to say that all this creature is a person in favor of the existence of Israel. That is the definition of a Zionist. Thus, one can still be a criminal Jew without being a Zionist, without being for the existence of Israel. The Jew who encourages the mutilation of little boys' penises not long after birth, circumcision, the Jew who molests children because their sacred book, the Talmud, says it's condoned, the Jew who cheats a Gentile out of money, the Jew that slaughters Gentiles with hardly a day of punishment from its fellow Jewish judge, is being a Jew, not a Zionist. You can readily find a Jew to preach side by side with you against Israel because it benefits the hive to be in control of dissent against Israel and Jewish behavior. Yet where are all the Jews who will at least stand up and pour forth video, article, and protest against people having to pay a kosher tax on almost every single item in the grocery store, despite the majority of us not being Jewish? Where is the Jew who will tell the Jew-run record labels to stop promoting white musicians who sell their souls for coin and go on to promote and encourage the feminization of white males via the corporate and Jew-engineered genre known as emo? Where is the Jew who will rail against the religiously backed ideas that it is okay, if not preferable, to poison our food and water, to molest little children, to use deception to drive non-Jewish races against each other, to control feminism so that our lovely Gentile women are driven against us? My speech is halted by a shout from someone in the rear who says, but we have anti-feminist Christina Hoff Sommers. But given that she is a Jewess, merely on a mission to ensure anti-feminism is also controlled by the Jew, she conveniently fails to mention that every single major feminist leader is Jewish, and that it is due to the broader plan of Jews to control Gentiles by division, and that it's not some amazing coincidence. The Jew will never tell you the full story of their control, and there is no excuse for even the common Jew to not be aware of it. People who want you to believe that the Jew does not notice the power and placement of other Jews in society also must submit that they want you to believe that all Jews must be born blind. These people are lying to you. So where is this good Jew that will stand up with us and fight these criminals? Where is the good Jew who will denounce the whole of Jewish crimes and the entirety of the supremacist and immoral religion known as Judaism? I say to you that the good Jew does not exist, because one such as that would cease to be a Jew.